The sun rose over Erythra like a fiery promise. Its orange light reflected off the colony's domed buildings, casting long shadows across the barren red plains. The humans of Colony Delta 7 had come here decades ago, seeking a new beginning. Engineers, miners, scientists, and families lived together in tight-knit communities, their laughter and arguments echoing through the metal corridors of the habitat domes. Humanity had a stubborn way of thriving even on worlds that seemed impossible to live on. Among them was Captain Rylan Chase, a pilot and engineer, known for his quick mind and faster reflexes. He walked through the central plaza, greeting settlers. Children ran past him, chasing small hover drones as part of their school exercise. Life seemed ordinary that morning. Then the sky changed. A low hum began. Almost imperceptible at first, but it grew rapidly. People looked up and froze. The sun was being blocked by something massive. Ships, but not like anything humanity had ever seen. Their shapes were jagged, dark, and alive with strange energy. Within moments, the colony's automated defense system detected the threat. Alarms screamed. "Unknown fleet incoming! Shields offline! Evacuate immediately!" Rylan's heart pounded. He ran toward the control hub, where the colony's defense team struggled to raise even a single defense drone. The alien ships moved with precision, faster than anything humans had built. Energy beams streaked through the sky, buildings disintegrated in moments, domes that took years to construct vanished like glass in a fire. People screamed and ran, clutching children or guiding elderly neighbors toward escape pods. Rylan grabbed his pilot suit and sprinted to the nearest hangar. His mind raced. The colony had a small fleet of ships, mostly cargo freighters retrofitted for defense, but they were nothing compared to this. He reached the hangar just in time to see an alien ship unleash a concentrated blast that melted the landing pads and half of the ships. His own vessel shook violently. He ignored the pain in his arm and started the engines. "Delta 7 Control, do you read?" he shouted over the comm. Only static replied. "Hangar 6, we have no time. Launch immediately," a voice finally said. It was Lieutenant Sarah Khan, one of the few remaining officers coordinating evacuation. Rylan hit the thrusters, and his ship rose, dodging beams that tore through metal like paper. Around him, humans in smaller crafts fought desperately, but most were being torn apart. The alien attack lasted only minutes, yet it felt like hours. When the sky cleared, the colony was gone. Not a dome remained intact. Fires raged across the plains, smoke twisted into the sky. The few survivors drifted in space, clutching each other, trembling. Rylan stared at the destruction through his cockpit window, unable to believe what he was seeing. They just erased us?" he whispered, voice trembling. No one spoke. The reality was too heavy. Humanity had lost an entire colony in an instant. Back on Earth, news of the attack spread like wildfire. Governments convened emergency councils. The media broadcast images from the surviving escape pods, a destroyed colony, nothing left but scorched metal and ashes. Humanity was stunned, humiliated, and furious. Dr. Elena Torres, a top strategist at Earth Command, looked at the data with growing unease. These aliens, they're unlike anything we've ever faced. Their technology is centuries ahead, but there's something in the attack patterns. A signature. They left a clue. Her eyes scanned hundreds of frames from the attack. In the destruction, she noticed the alien energy beams were precise, almost artistic in their trajectory. "It's as if they underestimated our ability to survive," she murmured. Rylan and other survivors were summoned to Earth. They arrived to find a planet united in grief and anger. The human response would not be mere mourning. Humanity would strike back, but they would do it with strategy, with intelligence, and with firepower unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. The next weeks were a blur of planning. Engineers and scientists worked around the clock, analyzing alien ship fragments recovered from escape pods and remote sensors. Military leaders designed a fleet that combined the best of human ingenuity and recovered alien technology. Rylan found himself at the heart of the project. He was chosen to lead the test squadron for the first new human warship, a sleek, agile craft powered by a hybrid engine. Unlike Earth's old ships, it could maneuver at incredible speeds and deliver high-impact strikes. At night, Rylan couldn't sleep. He thought of the families lost, of children who would never see their parents, of the colony that was gone forever. Anger simmered inside him, but it was not blind fury. He knew humanity had a strength the aliens could not understand: creativity. Humans adapted, humans improvised, humans survived. The day came for the first test flight. The ship's engines roared to life, brighter and louder than anything Rylan had experienced. His team watched from the command deck, tense and silent. "Remember," Rylan said, gripping the controls, "they think they're superior. We'll show them something they didn't expect. Humans never give up." The ship lifted, cutting through the atmosphere. Rylan tested the weapon systems, firing energy pulses at unmanned targets. Each hit was precise, each maneuver flawless. The team cheered quietly. It was a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Earth Command issued a message to the galaxy. Humanity would not forget Delta 7. Humanity would not kneel. The fleet would prepare for a counterstrike. Scientists worked tirelessly to replicate alien shields and weapons. Pilots trained day and night. Engineers constructed warships faster than ever before. Rylan spent hours in the simulation chambers, running attack and defense scenarios. He began to notice patterns in the alien fleet, weak points they left exposed, predictable sequences in their movements. "They leave openings," he said one night to Dr. Torres. "If we strike there, we can hit them where it hurts the most." She nodded, her face grave. "Then we'll need every mind, every hand, and every ounce of courage humanity can muster. This will not be easy, but humans have never done easy things well." Weeks turned into months. Humanity's counterfleet took shape, a mix of human determination and technological genius. The first strike mission was planned in secrecy. The goal was not only revenge, but to show the galaxy that humans were a force to be reckoned with. Rylan stood on the deck of his command ship, watching the stars. Among them lay the remnants of Delta 7, though no one could see it from here. But he could feel it, a pulse in his chest. Humanity had been struck down, yes, but humanity would rise. He clenched his fists. They erased a colony, but they will learn the cost of underestimating us. The engines hummed, ready for launch. Beyond the safety of Earth, beyond the borders of human space, waited a fleet that had destroyed everything. And beyond that, waited a humanity that refused to die. The first part of humanity's answer had begun. The human fleet moved like a silent shadow through the cold vacuum of space. Captain Rylan Chase sat in the command chair of the lead ship, Valor, gripping the controls tightly. The ship's engines glowed softly, cutting through the darkness as sensors scanned for the alien fleet. Months of planning, testing, and preparation had led to this moment. Humanity's first strike against those who had destroyed Delta 7 was about to begin. Around him, pilots and engineers moved with precision, their training evident in every gesture. The hybrid engines hummed, ready to push the fleet beyond known limits. Weapon systems had been tested countless times, and yet Rylan felt the familiar pulse of tension in his chest. This was no simulation. This was real. "Status report," Rylan said, his voice calm but commanding. "All systems green," replied Lieutenant Sarah Khan, his second-in-command. "Fleet cohesion at optimal levels. No signs of alien patrols yet, but sensors indicate energy signatures ahead. Could be their forward outposts." Rylan nodded. "Prepare the strike drones. Keep shields at maximum until we confirm hostiles." The fleet moved closer to the coordinates of the alien installation. Unlike Delta 7, this location was fortified. Massive energy fields, defensive drones, and ships designed to anticipate human tactics. But Rylan had learned something Earth Command hadn't fully realized. The aliens were brilliant, but rigid. They underestimated human unpredictability. The first encounter was sudden. Alien scout ships appeared like dark flashes against the stars, firing plasma bursts that could slice through a human cruiser in seconds. "Evasive maneuvers!" Rylan shouted. Valor twisted sharply, narrowly avoiding the first volley. Energy beams ripped through space around them, and one small human cruiser exploded in a fireball. "Shields holding, but only barely," Sarah shouted. Rylan's mind raced. He remembered the pattern from Delta 7, the way the aliens' weapons fired in predictable sequences. If he timed it right, he could turn their strength into a weakness. "Initiate counter-fire sequence," he commanded. "Target the lead scouts first. Predict their next move and strike where they leave gaps." The fleet responded instantly. Human ships dove, dodged, and fired with precision. Drones weaved between alien beams, delivering explosive payloads to weak points on enemy ships. One by one, alien scouts were destroyed, their formations unraveling. For the first time in history, humans saw their ingenuity triumph in real time against an alien threat. The battle intensified as the fleet reached the main installation. Massive alien cruisers loomed, larger and more terrifying than anything humans had ever seen. Their energy fields shimmered like liquid metal. Rylan's ship barely fit between the massive hulls, weaving through debris from destroyed scouts. "Captain, they're moving to encircle us," Sarah warned. "We can't hold them at this range." Rylan's eyes scanned the alien patterns carefully. Then he made a decision. "Prepare the experimental weapon," he said, a spark of determination lighting his face. "This is what we've built it for. Time to show them human creativity." The weapon was unlike anything in the galaxy, a fusion of human engineering and alien energy manipulation. It could punch through shields, disable systems, and even confuse alien targeting arrays. But using it meant getting dangerously close to the enemy. "Ready?" Rylan asked the crew. "Ready, Captain!" came the chorus of voices. Valor surged forward, the weapon charged. Glowing brighter than the surrounding stars, alien cruisers opened fire, beams striking the ship, but Rylan's maneuvering was perfect. He pressed the release button. A wave of energy burst from Valor, spreading like ripples through the fleet. Alien shields flickered and collapsed. Systems went offline on their largest ships. Human fighters swooped in, striking with devastating precision. The aliens had never expected humans to attack like this, bold, unpredictable, and brilliant. Amid the chaos, Rylan spotted a massive alien command vessel at the center of the formation. It pulsed with energy, directing smaller ships and coordinating attacks. Destroying it would cripple the alien defense, but reaching it meant passing through a gauntlet of energy fields, firepower, and alien tactics. Rylan clenched his teeth. "We've come this far," he muttered. "No turning back now." He maneuvered Valor through the deadly corridor, dodging beams and debris. Every movement tested his skill and nerve. Around him, the fleet followed, trusting his instincts. Human pilots adapted to every alien move, diving into impossible angles, firing where computers couldn't predict. The alien command vessel responded with full force, but Rylan had a plan. Using the knowledge gained from Delta 7's destruction patterns, he predicted a momentary drop in energy output. He waited, counting milliseconds. Then, with perfect timing, he unleashed another strike. The command vessel's shields shattered. Explosions tore through its hull. The alien fleet wavered, confused and disoriented. Human ships pressed the advantage, destroying or disabling as many enemy vessels as possible. For the first time, the humans tasted victory in a fight that had seemed impossible. After the battle, Rylan and his team regrouped near a safe orbit. The fleet was battered but alive. Several ships had been lost, and many crew members were injured, but the alien installation had been crippled. Humanity had struck back, and the galaxy was watching. "Captain," Sarah said, her voice filled with awe, "we did it. We actually did it." Rylan shook his head, staring at the black void outside. "We did it. But this is just the beginning. They'll learn from this. They'll adapt. And we have to be ready." The survivors began repairs immediately. Engineers and pilots worked tirelessly, patching damage and reinforcing defenses. Scientists studied the alien tech recovered from destroyed cruisers. Every crew member understood the stakes. Humanity had announced its presence in the galaxy, and the response would be swift. As they regrouped, Earth Command sent a message. "Delta 7 will be avenged. The first strike was only the beginning. Humanity will not be intimidated. Prepare for the next phase. Intelligence suggests Alien Command is regrouping. Targeting their homeworld will require strategy, courage, and unity. Every human is called to stand." Rylan looked at the message and then out into space. The alien homeworld was distant, protected by fleets and energy fields beyond imagination. But humanity had something no alien force could predict: ingenuity, adaptability, and the will to survive. "Prepare the crew," Rylan said. "We're going further than anyone has dared. We're going to show them what humans are capable of." That night, Rylan sat alone in the observation deck, staring at the stars. He thought of Delta 7, of the families lost, and of the humans who had survived against impossible odds. Humanity had faced annihilation and responded with firepower, but also with brains, courage, and unity. He clenched his fists. They thought they could erase us, but they've just awakened something they don't understand. In the darkness of space, human ships glowed like a small constellation of defiance. The battle had been won, but the war had only begun. Humanity was no longer fragile. Humanity was dangerous. Humanity was rising. And when the next phase came, the aliens would see just how far human creativity and courage could go. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, cold and silent. But Rylan Chase felt the heat of determination burning inside him. Humanity's fleet moved steadily through alien space, a shining thread of defiance among the dark void. Months had passed since the destruction of Delta 7, and humanity had learned, adapted, and grown stronger. Now, the target was the alien homeworld itself. "Captain, sensors indicate multiple fleets patrolling near the planet," reported Lieutenant Sarah Khan. "We'll need to be careful. They're expecting us." Rylan nodded, his eyes fixed on the distant blue and purple swirl of the alien homeworld. "We'll do more than survive. We'll show them the price of underestimating humans." The fleet approached the outer defenses. Massive energy barriers surrounded the planet, shimmering like liquid metal. Alien cruisers moved in precise formations, ready to strike intruders. But Rylan had a plan. A combination of human engineering, hybrid weapons, and bold improvisation. "Deploy the drones first," he ordered. "They'll distract the defenses. Then we hit them with everything we've got." Human drones darted forward, small but fast, evading alien beams while releasing EMP bursts and decoy signals. The alien forces reacted, opening fire, but the humans had anticipated their movements. Rylan maneuvered Valor and the strike team through gaps in the defense grid. "Engage the energy cannons," he shouted. The hybrid weapons roared, sending focused beams toward the alien cruisers. Shields flickered, systems failed, and explosions lit up space. Humanity had grown from a species that only reacted to danger into a force that controlled it. Inside the alien homeworld, the command hub detected the human fleet. Alien leaders were shocked. How are they still advancing?" one of them demanded. "They should have been crushed months ago." The humans were unpredictable. Their weapons were not just firepower. They were clever, adaptable, and designed to exploit alien weaknesses. Every strike, every maneuver seemed to anticipate alien moves before they happened. Back in the fleet, Rylan spotted the core of the alien command network, a massive station orbiting the planet, bristling with energy weapons and shield generators. "That's it," he said quietly. "Take that down, and the planet is defenseless." Sarah frowned. "Captain, it's surrounded. Direct approach will mean heavy losses." Ryland's eyes hardened. "Then we do it the human way. We adapt." The fleet split into small squads. Ryland led the primary strike team directly toward the station. Weaving through fire and debris, smaller teams moved around the perimeter, targeting shield generators and disrupting communications. The aliens were forced to divide their attention. "Hold steady," Ryland called. "Wait for my signal. Now!" He activated the experimental weapon once more. A pulse of energy spread through space, bypassing shields and scrambling alien systems. Communications went dark. Defense drones malfunctioned. The station was vulnerable. Human fighters dove in with precision, firing explosive charges at weak points. The alien command station erupted in flames, fragments scattering across orbit. The remaining alien ships faltered, unsure of their next move. Humanity had struck the heart of the enemy. Even as the alien forces scrambled, Ryland knew the humans had one more advantage. The aliens could anticipate technology. They could not anticipate imagination. He ordered his team to implement a tactic no alien mind had considered, a feigned retreat followed by a concentrated assault from an unexpected angle. The maneuver worked perfectly. Alien cruisers pursued what seemed like a fleeing human fleet, only to find themselves trapped between ambushing human squads. Explosions rocked space as human ships disabled alien engines and weapon systems with creative precision. "Captain, we're breaking through!" Sarah shouted, a mixture of relief and excitement in her voice. Rylan allowed himself a small smile. "It's not over yet. The planet itself still has defenses, and we need to neutralize them before we can land." The planet's surface was a labyrinth of energy turrets, orbital cannons, and automated defense networks. But humanity had prepared for this. Engineers had adapted alien tech to create shield-piercing bombs, EMP charges, and autonomous strike drones. The fleet descended, firing coordinated volleys. Human drones disabled turrets while strike teams moved to destroy remaining generators. The alien planetary defense network struggled to respond to the unpredictable, relentless attacks. Ryland piloted Valor through the thickest fire, weaving between energy beams while targeting key power nodes. Explosions illuminated the surface, and alien resistance faltered. Step by step, humanity took control. Hours passed. The human fleet, battered but alive, moved across the planet's orbit. Alien ships were either destroyed or fleeing. Surface defenses collapsed. And then, in the midst of the chaos, Rylan realized something crucial. The alien leadership had underestimated the human capacity to combine intellect, courage, and adaptability. "This is what they never expected," he said softly. "They thought firepower alone would defeat us. They never understood humans." The fleet pressed the advantage, moving to secure key installations. Human soldiers, engineers, and pilots landed on the planet, dismantling alien technology and claiming victory with careful precision. Humanity had achieved the impossible: survival, vengeance, and dominance through skill and ingenuity rather than sheer alien superiority. At the heart of the alien capital, Rylan and Sarah stood on the Bridge of Valor, watching the remnants of the alien fleet retreat into deep space. The planet was quiet now, still recovering from the relentless human assault. "Captain," Sarah said, "we did it. We actually did it. Delta 7, humanity. It's avenged." Rylan nodded. "We did more than survive. We showed them what humans are capable of. Creativity, courage, and unity. These are our weapons, stronger than any alien technology." As humans moved across the planet, repairing, rebuilding, and studying the alien systems, a message from Earth arrived. Congratulations, Captain Chase. Humanity has taken its first step toward galactic prominence. Your courage and ingenuity have inspired millions. Prepare for further exploration. The galaxy is ours to understand and defend. Rylan stared at the stars. Humanity had risen from the ashes of Delta 7, proving that even in the face of annihilation, humans were unstoppable. Not because of advanced weapons alone, but because of the human spirit, the refusal to surrender, the ability to adapt, and the courage to face the impossible. He clenched his fists, feeling the pulse of victory. "We are humans," he whispered, "and the galaxy has never seen anything like us." In the weeks that followed, humanity established a presence on the former alien homeworld, using the knowledge gained to enhance their fleet and technology. Colonies were rebuilt, and survivors of Delta 7 were honored. The galaxy began to take notice. Humans were no longer a fledgling species struggling on the edge. They were a force to be reckoned with, a species whose ingenuity and courage could challenge the stars themselves. Rylan walked across the new command center, watching human engineers and pilots at work. Every ship, every weapon, every strategy reflected one truth: humans never quit, humans never surrender, and humans, when pushed to the edge, could achieve feats beyond imagination. The aliens had erased a colony. Humanity had answered with firepower beyond belief, and in doing so had claimed its place among the stars. As the twin suns of the former alien world set, Rylan looked to the horizon. Humanity's journey had only begun, but one thing was certain: the galaxy would never underestimate humans again.